It took a while to set up for this video for some reason. Like, I had to get all these screenshots, but today I'm ranking all of the Overlords. There's a lot more Overlords than I thought there were, I'm not gonna lie. I got most of the screenshots from Bad of Us, because that's where we see them all. So, I don't even know if this is all of them, to be honest. There might be more that we don't know of yet, but until then, this is all the Overlords, so let's get into it. The first one, I don't know all their names, so I just wrote her down as the curly-haired Overlord. I mean, her design's kind of basic compared to all the other ones, I'm not gonna lie. Like, what do I even have to say about her? Nothing. So, yeah. I don't even know if it's a girl, to be honest. It just looks feminine. Now, in the C tier, we have, like, the cowish one, or it's a goat. I don't know what they are. But, again, I don't know who this is. If they had more character to them, then maybe they'd rank higher, because their design's quite interesting. I wonder how they died. But, yeah, not a fan of them either. Next, I'm just going to put them both together, actually, as Prick and Hatchet. They're kind of a duo. Prick is a cactus, and I don't know what Hatchet is. Oh, wait, he's a hatchet, of course. Sorry. So, yeah, they're both cowboys, and they're both rivals, and they shoot each other. So that's kind of their whole character. They did join in Hear My Hope, even just for a day. That was literally one of the lyrics. So, yeah. But, yeah, I don't really, like them that much. Next is the Pufferfish Overlord. He reminds me too much of the Guardians from Minecraft, and they scare me, so sorry, I had to rank him low. I don't even know if he's actually a pufferfish or if he's, like, something else, but he looks like a pufferfish, so yeah. Okay. I actually have no idea if this is even a character or not, but they were there on Bad of Us, the gun Overlord. It's just a gun, like, literally. Yeah, the scene when, like, all the Overlords are on the phone together and you see them all in the little squares, this gun is just there. So I just assumed it was an Overlord, and I thought I'd rank it anyway. And I don't even know why I put them in B tier, to be honest. Like, seriously, what was I thinking? You go down here, God. Because I don't even know if you're an actual Overlord. Sorry about that. But, just in case they are an actual Overlord, they're on the list. But, if not, then, whatever. After that, I don't know what this is meant to be, but this Overlord. I feel like they're meant to be a flute, but then they also could be a violin, but I'm not really sure. But it's quite an interesting design, to say the least. But I guess I like her. Not a lot to say about her. I actually didn't realize this one even existed until I was doing this video. But the Bug Overlord. Two different colored eyes like Vox, so that's a good detail. I really quite like their design. They're really cute. If they had more character to them, like again, then they'd be higher because they are adorable. For some reason, they remind me of a Goetia. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't think there are any Bug Goetias. After that, though, it's like this raptor-looking Overlord. Really cool design. Reminds me of Talon from Talon. But again, just if they had more character, then they'd be higher. And I'm going to put the T-Rex Overlord next to them. They're one of the only characters that have the original voice actor from the pilot, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say about him, except for that. I don't even know if he has a name yet, to be honest. This one's definitely an Overlord, the Knife Overlord. I think I ranked this one higher because it's just funny to me that his head is an actual knife. I wonder how he died. So yeah, there were other screenshots of him, but this was just the most out of context one for me, so yeah. Next, the Clock Overlord. I wonder how he died again. Actually, it's quite a cool design. I love that his eye is like the clock, and then he's got like a mustache as well. Because they could have went for like a Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast kind of vibe, but I like the way they took this character design. All the Hazbin Hotel character designs are so cool, though. They really are. All right. He was originally ranked lower, but Valentino, I just thought he at least deserved B rank, I guess. You all know that I despise Valentino. And I also don't sympathize with him like most people do. I made a video about that ages ago, but I feel like he at least deserved to rank a little high. Like, I don't know, but that's all he's getting, because he's really an abusive piece of shit, so yeah. I don't know her name again, but the Feather Boa, Overlord. I don't even know if that's what her title is, but I like her design a lot, especially like the eyes and the hair. It's really cool. I guess I'm ranking this one more on the design rather than the personality, because they have none, but still. Next is Maestro, who reminds me of Hades from Disney's Hercules. I don't know what the horns are. I don't know if they're like a deer or something like Alistair, or like what's going on there. But I do like the fire. That's a cool detail. Next is Velvet. Literally, she's what my last video was about. I think she's, she was my favourite of the V's, but we'll get into that later. I like her a lot. I love the fact that she has a different outfit every episode. I mean, go watch my last video. So yeah, Velvet's really cool. But I'm going to put Rosie above Velvet, just because Rosie has had I mean, technically she's had less screen time, but she's had a little bit more development, I guess. Like her deal with Alistair, and then the fact that Alistair kind of got out of the deal. So, even though we don't know the reason yet, she was clearly using Alistair as a spy for the hotel. But now she can because they're not in a contract anymore. Because Alistair sold his soul to her for power, so that when he died, he'd have a secured space in hell. This is real. So yeah, and that also makes me wonder if she even is a sinner or if she's a hellborn. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. But speaking of Alistair, we'll put them together. Obviously Alistair is the Overlord that's had the most screen time because he like helps at the hotel. And way too many people have this misconception that he has Charlie's best interests at heart. No, he does not. He absolutely does not. This is all just fun to him because he wants to watch the hotel fail. I mean, he literally said that. What more do you want? God. Has hotel fans do not understand a lot. They are one of the most media literate fandoms I've ever seen. But in S rank, I'm actually going to put ZZ. I love her design. I love her singing voice. She's so cool. I wish she'd have more screen time because she is like one of the coolest overlords out of them all. I love her so much. I'm going to put Zestial next because even though he is very evil, I like his concept because he's the only character that speaks like an ancient, like, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but like he says thou and thy, you know what I mean? So he's the oldest sinner that's still like alive because that wasn't killed by Alistair or the exterminations. So yeah, that we know of at least. Although I do find it interesting that he's the only character we've seen that speaks like that because even Penchus doesn't speak like that, and he was like from the 1800s. So yeah, unless they start speaking like that in the 1800s, I have no idea. So yeah, but I'm gonna put Carmilla next because like I'd argue that out of all of them, she's like the only like goodish overlord. She's definitely not good. There's a reason she's in hell, and she like sells weapons on the black market with her daughters. But like she also just wants to protect her daughters, and she did help Charlie defeat the angels in season 1. But then she helped Vox build the weapon at the end of season 2. But that's kind of because he manipulated her into thinking that he was the only way for her to keep her daughter safe. But then she realized that that was not true, and she helped the main characters again. Even though it was only for her like daughters, it's still nice that she helped them. And she's not really doing it for a selfish reason. And her husband was killed as well because she has his wedding ring. So I don't know if he was killed in the exterminations, but he's not in hell anymore. But that being said, Vox is my favorite of the Overlords. What do I even need to say? What an awesome villain he was in season 2. Like, he is genuinely the best animated villain since Bill Scyther. So there you go. That is the highest praise I can ever give him. And I'm gonna be honest, he's the hottest of the Overlords. Don't judge me. And, you know, the way that the show curveballs us into, like, trying to sympathize with him during the flashback when he was rejected by Alistair, and it makes you feel like, oh, what a shame. No wonder he's so bad. But then it turns out, oh no, he has always been bad. He's in hell, I forgot. Because then they show us brighter when Vox was alive, and yeah, he was always bad. I made a video about that as well, though, about people kind of misconcepting that. But yeah. But anyway, that's all my ranking of all the Overlords. Again, I don't even know if this is all of them. If there's more, let me know. But I'm not gonna do this again because that was a lot. But let me know who your favorite Overlord is in the comments down below. And do not comment that I forgot characters like Stolas or Lucifer. They are not Overlords. And also the Von Eldritch family have not been introduced into the show yet, so I did not count them either. But I'll see you next time. Bye!